Hey guys, this is Panda here, and today I made a video just to show you guys the basic starter build that I'm doing for Legacy League, which is going to start in a little less than under 12 hours. Yay! I'm excited. And the reason I'm doing a very unique and original build, like Voltaxic Spark, which is the build I'm doing, is because I actually just want to do a very easy build that I know I can just get into maps and just start farming things like Dried Lake and mid-tier maps, at least for currency farming. And I also want to, once I get that going, I want to make a build that can actually take on a lot of the late game maps and bosses easily, so that I can get those challenges done and out of the way. I don't want a repeat of the last league, which was Breach, where I had to rush basically for like the last couple weeks on that league trying to get all the challenges done. So I figured we'd do a strong build now, get all the challenges out of the way, and then we have fun and make all those other silly builds that I'll probably make other videos on later. But for now, I'm just gonna give you guys like the short overview on what my plan is for this character in this league. And yeah, so I decided to go Voltaxic Rift Sparker, because like I said, easy to build, easy to level, easy to start farming currency so we can get better gear and whatnot. And I did try several variations of this build. I tried it with a Witch, Scion, and now the Ranger, which I've decided to go Pathfinder because, like, I'm sorry, like I tried the Elementalist was an okay option, and then the Scion one was just, it was the one that Ziggy did in his original Voltaxic build character, but that was before they nerfed that class into the ground, so it's hard to replicate and get the same results using a Scion Ascendant, unfortunately. I do want to try to make that character work sometime in the future, but it's just not going to work with this build. So, moving on, I did end up picking in the Ranger because Pathfinder is so balanced. And as you can see at the tree, we start off here. We get that projectile damage. We get ballistic mastery. Again, this is not the final tree. I just kind of made this in a haste. And it's definitely going to be changed and a lot different later on in the game as I make tweaks here and there to the build. But this is just a quick overview. I'm trying not to use any sort of like guides for the most part. I might like reference them to see like what they did and see like how they made it, but for the most part I'm trying to just wing it. Primal Spirit is not a node I plan on taking. It's just kind of like in case. So I did that a lot on the tree. I put a lot of just in case I need it nodes, so you'll see that. But I do plan on getting Heart of Oak, get that life, move up here towards the shadow area, which is going to give me access to this nice cluster here, which is for the chaos damage from Voltaxic Rift. Valpack we don't get just yet until we get Leech, so that can be skipped for now. We get Revenge of the Hunted for some extra life. Once again, we don't get Fatal Toxins until we get Poison, but we do go over here to Piercing Shots for that nice Pierce chance, which is going to be great, because once we get that Pierce support gem, easy 100% Pierce chance altogether. Then we move up here to the shadow area, pick up Coordination, Blood Siphon, and Trickery. Trickery does give us a nice little boost in Intelligence, which is what this build kind of needs in the beginning to level up Spark, and since we're in the range area, Intelligence is a little scarce here and there, which is why I also considered, this is just a consideration of getting Primal Spirit at the beginning. Trickster does give us a nice boost there as well. And then we'll move over here to the left toward the Scion area. I'm again skip the jewel socket since I don't really bother with jewels early on in the game, but eventually we'll just get it later. Go over here, pick up Hired Killer for more life, Harrier, nice attack speed, or cast speed, nice movement speed. I don't like this section right here, but this is the only way I can get across the Scion tree and be somewhat effective. I mean, I could cross here, but that's a little bit more points of traveling. that I don't want to waste. So we go here, we pick up Profane Chemistry for yet more life. And with Spark, we do want to get as much skill effect duration as possible. So we took Exceptional Performance and Potency of Will. We took both of these to increase Spark as long as possible. And we're here in the Scion Life Wheel, which is a nice boost. We'll probably allocate more of those if needed, if I need more life later on. But for the most part, that's pretty much it there. And then once I complete and get those, we move over to the Witch area, grabbing some more life if needed, life here if needed. This is the new cluster in 2.6 on the tree, where they combine Crackling Speed and Arcing Blows together, one cluster, but we're just going to take the Crackling Speed, which gives us more lightning damage and cast speed. And then we move over here to Written in Blood for more life, energy shield, and again we give ourselves access to yet another cluster of chaos damage when we do get that Voltaxic Rift. So that's pretty much like the general layout of my tree, nothing fancy there. I haven't decided if I'm going to go CI on this build. I'm trying not to. I'd like to see if I could actually do this with just life, but it might be a little bit more efficient to go CI. But then again, I'm not sure. And we'll see. We'll see how it feels on that. And then nothing too amazing here for the Pathfinder. Ego Master Herbal is here, which gives you 20% increased damage with poison duration, chaos resistance when you use a flask, and you always poison on hit. Basically, you're taking this just to poison with Spark, which is nice. Nature's Boon here for reduced elemental damage taken, and which won't matter if on like a reflect map, if we have chaos damage, especially a legacy Voltaxic, we won't have to worry about reflect, but it's still nice to have that. Flask, you gain a flash charge every 3 seconds, and 20% to not consume any flash charges when you consume a flask, which is really nice. Master Alchemist here, it makes us immune to any status ailment. Elemental status ailment, I should say. 40% increased elemental damage with a flask, and 20% chance to freeze, shock, and ignite while using a flask. Really nice stuff there. And then for the Uber Lab, we're just going to get Veteran and Bowyer, which is a better option than Nature's Adrenaline, which is only going to give us movement speed. This is going to give us enemies that you kill that are affected by status elements grant a 100% increased flash charges, which synergizes with this. So we're shocking, we're burning, or yeah, we're igniting, I should say. We're freezing. We're gonna get more flash charges to keep that effect just constantly happening over and over again, which is nice. And again, that is pretty much the build. The next thing I want to go into, not the last thing, is the gear choices. Again, Voltaxic Rift means we're going to use a Voltaxic bow. And the special thing about this bow is that it converts lightning damage straight into chaos. The modern version is 60%, but if we get our hands on a legacy version, it will be 100% for a full chaos damage conversion. But keep in mind though, you can still increase your lightning damage, and it will increase the overall damage of Spark, and we can also just plain increase chaos damage, and that will scale as well. So 2 sources there. For the quiver, pretty much a no-brainer here. Drill Neck, even though it did get a 50% damage nerf on the unique mod where your pierce chance applies to projectile damage, that got nerfed to 50%. But it's still the best in slot option you have for quiver choices for the most part. So, I mean, it's still going to be pretty good. So the other options we have for leveling, a Kari Ward for the amulet. Just gives a nice movement speed so you can clear stuff faster. And projectile speed. Winds of Change for gloves, which gives a nice projectile damage boost and a projectile speed boost. As well as Winds of Change got a very small buff in the fact that instead of having just a straight up 10% reduced movement speed nerf, it's now actually 5 to 10 movement speed, so you can try to roll for a lower movement speed, or try to just hope we get a better or a lower movement speed nerf there. That's pretty much it for uniques for now. Like I said, it's just more of like we'll figure it out as we get into the late game. But I'll make another video to update you guys how the build's doing, how we're doing on all the content and challenges, and just in the league in general. Yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much it. Oh, and for Flask, before I forget, Edzer's Promise for Leech, Vessel of Vinktar for even more Leech and more damage, and it's an OP Flask. And then the rest is probably just going to be 1 life flask with bleeding immunity, and the other 2 will be silver flask for onslaught, or and a either basalt or a quicksilver flask. I'm not really sure there, but probably a quicksilver just so we can move even faster through content. I haven't decided on a 6-link setup for Spark just yet. We have a lot of options available, but for a 5-link at least, we're gonna have Spark, Spell Echo, Pierce, faster projectiles, or slower, might even be slower because we're going to be scaling projectile speed a lot, and probably either added lightning or added chaos if I find it, or even just another faster casting support gem. We have a lot of options. The other setup I'm going to have is either Spell Totem and Spell Echo, and either increased duration or faster casting. I haven't really decided on that one yet. But I mean, that's just going to make us do more chaos damage with each stack of Wither. I haven't decided on auras just yet. Probably Wrath, if I have the mana for it. But we're definitely going to use Blasphemy, Warlord's Mark, even more Leech, all that good stuff. But that's pretty much a general overview of the build. Nothing too interesting. Once again, we're just trying to get those challenges out of the way, get that currency farming going, and yeah, pretty much once we get all that, we'll make other fun. We'll try to be a hipster, make other fun, unique builds and stuff, and I'll make videos on those builds as well. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out my stream if you guys want to see this unique build in action over at twitch.tv/pandemicpandemonium. I'll leave a link in the description below. Hope you guys have fun in Legacy League. Good luck to you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.